Dr. Rodney Ludema is a senior economist with the White House's Council of Economic Advisors. Just recently, he was a distinguished visiting scholar in the doctoral program at the Center for Values-Driven Leadership. We asked Rodney to share with us 3 things business leaders need to have on their radar when considering the global economy. Hear his thoughts in this short video, part of our Champions of Responsible Business video series.
Well, I think there are 3 big issues, probably more, but three issues that I think business leaders ought to have on their radar. One is this, I guess, this trend you would call globalization. Businesses face really a dizzying array of opportunities with the reduction in transport costs, improvements in information technology, and simply the ability to move parts or all of their production between different countries, taking advantage of differences in labor costs, in technologies, in market sizes, and so on. And it's really important for businesses to be informed, both to be able to seize these opportunities, but also to avoid some of the pitfalls. I mean, right now we're seeing a lot of companies that outsource things to China and India, moving them back to the United States because they realize, it wasn't what they thought. So it's important that business leaders do their own thinking on these questions and not simply follow the crowd. And on that same theme, I think another big thing that business leaders need to be aware of is really the instability of our global financial system. You don't learn about the instability of the global financial system in business school, right? You learn you learn about assets and derivatives and things like that, and how to manage risk on a small scale. But nobody really understood or really appreciated the kind of systemic risk that we had built into our financial system. That's partly a policy issue, but I think from a business standpoint, you have to be very careful that you're looking at the fundamentals when it comes to investing and not, again, just following the crowd. You can make money for a short period of time, sometimes spectacular amounts of money for a short period of time, but you can also be caught holding the bag. And the financial system has a lot of instability built into it, and you don't always know when the crash is coming. So you do need to pay attention to the fundamentals, because it's always the case that when you look back, you realize, oh, I should have seen that coming, right? And I think the third thing, maybe this isn't so much an issue for business leaders as it is for people who are getting into the job market and getting educated in business-related fields. That is, the globalization is really shaping the labor market in important ways. So here in the United States, we know that the unskilled or relatively unskilled workers have really been having a difficult time finding their way in this new globalized economy, because they're getting a lot of competition from lower cost imports. On the other hand, those with high skills and unique skills are doing quite well, and that's the kind of thing that is going to continue. On the other hand, in developing countries, we've seen globalization pull literally a billion people out of poverty. So it's not all bad news, but it is certainly changing. The labor market is shifting, and young people have to be aware of this when they make their educational choices, to pay attention to how the business opportunities are expanding, and to match their skill development to those opportunities.